Yes, about the Anglophone problem. What do we really understand by an Anglophone problem in Cameroon?
Well, let me first of all say that the Anglophone problem is like the story of the elephant and the blind man. So each blind man touches a part on the elephant and calls it its own name. But I will tell you from my own perspective. The Anglophone problem, as far as I'm concerned, is situated between 1961 to 1972. And what triggered what is called the Anglophone problem was the violation of Article 47 of the Federal Constitution of 1961. The 1961 Federal Constitution had said that the federal states of West and East Cameroon would remain as they are, and there would be nothing to do to dismantle West Cameroon and East Cameroon. So that was the spirit and letter of Article 47 of the Federal Constitution. Ahmadu Ahidjo, nonetheless, decided to contravene Article 47 and used Article 2 of 1961, which gave him the latitude to call for a referendum. Therefore, he used Article 2 on the referendum to supersede Article 47. So what we of the West Cameroon generation regard as an Anglophone problem is the violation of Article 47, which dismantled the federal structure of West and East Cameroon. For me, the Anglophone problem has given rise to the problems of the Anglophone.
Okay. So there's a difference between the problems,
the Anglophone problem
and
which have given rise to the problems of the Anglophones.
Okay.
The Anglophone problem, like I said, is situated within the 1961 Federal Constitution.
Yeah.
Because of the destruction of the federal structure, because of the destruction of the autonomy of West Cameroon under prime ministers and secretaries of state, because of that destruction, it led, therefore, for the Anglophone expression to be changed from a statehood to a minorityhood. That minorityhood means that it moved from a West Cameroon state to mere provinces. And these provinces have now become regions. And tomorrow, Mr. Biya might call them states. That does not solve the Anglophone problem. Therefore, what I regard as the problems of the Anglophone are what we find expressing themselves now. The level of education, where we say because of that Anglophone problem, that educational system has been suffocated, has become completely submerged. We see that in the legal system. And what I keep saying that even the people of the economic operators within the Anglophone sector have not yet spoken. Because when we look at what happened to Chico Airport, what happened to Limbe Deep Seaport, what happened to Marketing Board, these are all expressions where Anglophone economic operators are supposed to express themselves. Anglophone journalists are still teaming up to do something in terms of addressing the problems of the Anglophone. And as far as I'm concerned, one of the things that actually epitomizes the Anglophone media, protest media, is Cameroon Tribune. The fact that before 1974, there was an English version and a French version. And today what passes off for a bilingual Cameroon Tribune is actually a French Tribune with footnotes in English. That also happens in the Anglophone state media, where people give you the fact that, because there is 90% Anglophone viewership, therefore programs should actually be seen in that perspective. That is not true. But when you look at Anglophones who came into the union as equal partners, there's no way you can see that you are going to make one channel that's going to be bilingual. We're supposed to have two separate channels, one that focuses on English and the other in French. And if there's a need for a third channel as a bilingual channel, that can be done. So the problems of the Anglophone, therefore, have been manifested in many areas, whether it's legal, whether it's education, whether it's socio, cultural, whether it's economics. And that is what we are trying to solve.
But this has been on for too long, Mr. Ngwane. Why is it coming up now very powerful?
Now, you see, it is like asking yourself why up to 1990, people were suffocating under dictatorship and decided to rise in 1990 and say, no, we wanted multipartism. There is always a time for things to happen. It is also the same thing even when Arab Spring started in the 2000s. People were wondering, for such a long time, they had all been put into a box. How come that they were able now to rise, to agitate and to protest? The Anglophone problem has always been a Pandora box always waiting for someone to open it. And what one has to appraise the Anglophones for is their peaceful approach to the Anglophone problem. Unlike other problems in other countries like Eritrea, when Eritrea wanted to opt out of the union with Ethiopia in 1993, it was through military option. When South Sudan wanted to opt out in 2015, it was through a military option. The fact that Anglophones have used the force of argument for the last 55 years is credit has to be given to them. Now, but the way we find the insensitivity and the nonchalance from the other side might escalate people's sentiments into areas that might not augur well for the peace and unity that we all crave for. So why has the Anglophone problem come up now? It is something that you have to see with young people. Young people have taken up this challenge. First, we must give thanks to the fact that there is the flurry of the social media. Therefore, awareness has been raised, and also the same young people who yesteryears used to think that there was no problem are now suffering from it, being marginalized in schools, being taught in French rather than in English, and so on and so forth. So the people who thought were not didn't have the direct impact, are now feeling it, and they are rising up in arms against the other side of the government. The other reason is also that it has been a build-up. The consciousness, the political consciousness, from lone rangers like Albert Muko, like Gorji Dinka, now to a group that came up in 1993, the Elad Muzo and Nyangwe, and now it has come to what I call collective leadership. Some people say, there's no leader. What I see is that there's no frontline leader, but there is a collegial leadership that comes from behind, and that makes the struggle more consistent, more coherent, and more purposeful.
Now, you witnessed the situations in Bamenda, in Boya, and in other parts of the northwest and the southwest region. Your take on the response from the political elites of these two regions?
Now, let us say the political elites have become so emasculated that it is difficult for us to say we can have any response other than the response of either collusion or the response of silence. Now, it has been normal in the struggle of the Anglophone people that the Anglophones, elites, and by that I'm referring to political elites, have always sided with the people who appoint them. It is very rare to find someone who gets out of the box to say things that are very independent. This is, of course, reflective of what even happened in our democratic political situation, where most of the leadership in Africa actually believes in what the people in the West say rather than in what they actually perceive. But let us